What is up, guys? This is the Viper Stealth, and in this video I'm going to show you my updated bomber skill build. So I did a video a little while ago about my skill bomber build, but it was nowhere near as good as what I've got right now. So let me hop in and show you this, how it's all evolved and everything like that. So first things first, what I've gone for. These two things aren't really too important, but the main weapons here, I've just gone for an LMG that hits pretty hard. It's got unhinged, it's got Allegro, so it's pretty good. I've gone for the Sweet Dream shotgun, and the reason why I've gone for this is because every time that I roll when I'm holding the LMG, it reloads 25% of the mag straight back into the weapon without needing to do a manual reload. So I like LMGs because they come with plenty of bullets, they hit like a truck, they normally have slow reload times, but the Sweet Dreams mitigates that, so I don't need to spend any time reloading. The bullets go straight in the clip. I use Desert Eagle because it hits like a truck. I just really enjoy that. But most importantly for the skill build is the equipment that you're using. So let's start off with arguably the most important thing. It is that you need to use 3 China light pieces of gear. So I've got the mask here, I've got the gloves, and I've got the knee pads. The reason why it's important is because of the brand bonuses. You get 10% explosive damage and you get 10% cooldown reduction when you have 3 pieces. You can see that on the right here. So you need 3 pieces. So once you have 3 pieces, you get all of those brand bonuses. They kick in, you do a lot more damage. So let me take you through the gear pieces very quickly. The mask, I've got 12% cooldown reduction and I've got 244% skill power. Make sure you get destructive as a talent. That's 20% extra explosive damage on all of your gear pieces. So you notice from the icons on the right side of the gear that they all have the same icon. That's destructive. They all have 20% explosive damage. Moving on to the vest, I've got LMG damage 10% from the Petrov, which is nice because I'm using an LMG. I've got skill power, a whopping 923 yellow skill power. It's beautiful there. A little bit of armor, a little bit of health to make sure that I don't go down so quickly, but it's all about the skill power. There again, we've got destructive, so that's useful too. Moving on to the holster. Holsters roll really high for cooldown and skill power. So here I've got 739 skill power, again destructive, which is really nice. Pay attention to this though. Look at the utility mod. I've got 430 skill power for the drone. So that's really huge. Do look out for the utility mods just to bump up your skill powers. I'll cover the skills in a second later on, but 430 skill power is lovely. That really helps me out. So moving on to the bag, it has a really high 23% cooldown reduction. A little bit of armor just to help me go, and I've got on the ropes and destructive. So on the ropes helps me do a little bit more damage, 25%. It's more than a little. When both of my skills are on cooldown, I do try to use both of my skills at the same time so that on the ropes does proc, but it's a really good skill and it just helps me hit even harder. But 23% cooldown reduction there. I've got another utility mod which is just 130 skill power. On the lookout for more drone and seeker skill power skills, so that will help in the future. Moving on to the gloves, it's got 271 skill power, so that's nice. I've got rifle damage there, so I guess I could optimize this because I'm not using a rifle. I used to use the merciless before they fixed, air quotes, the merciless, but it's just broken now, it's rubbish. So I've taken the merciless off and now I use the shotgun, so I'm on the lookout for new gloves. But you can see here, loads of skill power, destructive again, it's really nice. And lastly, moving on to the knees, we've got 11% cooldown reduction and explosive damage again. What I could do with the knees is find China Light Industry knees with the destructive talent already on there, so that way I can recalibrate for the attribute instead of the talent. That would be a nice little optimization, but I'm not going to argue too much. It's already a very good, loadout that I've got here. And the mod, I've got 6% LMG total damage, so that helps as well. So that's the gear pieces. I've tried going through it quickly, so if not wasting your time with filler content. If you've got any questions on the gear, let me know in the comments. Moving on to the skills. Now these are quite important. You need to go for skills that have got explosive damage. So I've gone for the Bombardier Drone and the Seeker Mines, the cluster Seeker Mines. So let's cover the drone firstly. So my drone, it does 483,000 explosive damage. That's pretty huge. It drops 8 bombs and the bomb radius is 4.5 meters instead of just 3. So if I scroll down, you can see the mods that I put in it. I've got 38% cooldown reduction, which takes me to a 10-second cooldown that you can see just there. I've got 53.9% blast radius. So that's huge. If I launch my drone, when I launch it, I can see that it bombs about the size of a full street. so it's massive amount of blast radius. The reason why blast radius is so important is because when you use the bomber drone, often enemies will just, you know, roll out of the way and your drone won't kill them. If you have a high blast radius, you catch many more people in the blast zone, and that's fantastic. And then I've got 4 extra bombs, so the explosion damage is per bomb, so I've got almost 500,000 per bomb, and I'm dropping 8 bombs. So if I do a line of bombing over loads of NPCs, they're gone, man. Like, I was in the occupied dark zone with this, and there was 4 agents shooting at me and my squad. I sent a bomber drone over all of the guys, and 3 of them were crawling around within 2 seconds. So, you know, it can even be effective in the dark zone, although the armor and the health is so low that I wouldn't routinely use it in the dark zone. So that bomber drone, amazing, really happy with that. The Seeker mines I'm also very happy with. I've got them on 10-second cooldowns. They do 265,000 damage, which is really nice. I've got the 33% cooldown reduction just to get it down to 10 seconds. And I've got enough skill power to put 24.8% damage per mine in there, which I really love, and 5 extra mines. So I'm in love with that. I think what I could do is look out for a utility mod that has Seeker mine skill power in there, and then I can get the extra mines 5 up to 6. But do know that the mines only work depending on how many enemies there are. So for example, if I launch mines and I have 8 mines in total, if there are only 3 enemies, only 3 mines will come out. It doesn't go like 8 mines and all 8 go onto the 3 enemies. You only launch the amount of mines as there are enemies, so do consider that. But still, 10-second cooldowns, massive amounts of explosive damage. Now if you consider both of these are ready in 10 seconds, so you're just constantly bombarding them with explosive power, and when you're not, you've got on the ropes kicking in with your really chunky LMG that has an infinite clip. Like, there's levels to this build and it's just gorgeous. So that's the gear, that is the skills, but we're not even done there. Because we're doing a crazy amount of explosive damage, like 155%, because I've got the demolitionist skill set, I've got China Light Industries, I've got destructive on everything. We're doing an insane amount of explosive damage. It's not just the skills that applies to. Now you'll notice with my grenade, I use the standard concussion grenade, and there's a reason for this. The bleeding grenade is the grenade that comes with the specialization of demolitionist, but it's rubbish. The bleeding grenade, it hits for just under 200,000 damage. So personally, I think that sucks. It's pretty good if you use the sadist ability, the talent sadist, which does more damage to bleeding enemies, but I don't. And personally, I think it sucks. I use the concussion grenade because it does explosive damage. You can see here, I'm just shy of 700,000 damage on one grenade. Now, I think personally that's crazy, because I get 7 grenades and they do almost as much damage as a fully upgraded grenade launcher each. So that's just insane. And remember, with the latest update, I get the ammo count towards the specialization ammo for every multi-kill that I get with explosives. So I'm always getting multi-kills. So my teammates and myself, the ammo counter for the specialization ammo goes up really, really quickly. So these hit like an absolute truck and they're so fun. And on top of that, don't forget that the grenade launcher is explosive damage. So I'm stacking explosive damage onto the grenade launcher. This, like, hit like a truck isn't even a fair way to describe what this grenade launcher does. This just terrorizes the NPCs. It just sends them doing cartwheels through the air, ragdolling into the universe. Like, it's an amazing build. So do give this a go. It's a fantastic build, and I'm going to just show you quickly now. I'm going to put this on to very hard, just to give you guys an idea of what's going on. Cook a grenade. That's the bomber drone. Grenade's going to go off. Seeker mine's going in. It just get 2.4 seconds TTK. Like, if you matchmake or if you play with your friends, they're going to complain at you that you're killing too many people too quickly and they're not able to do anything. It's just an insane build, and you can see how quickly the skills come back, you know? They're always just ready to go all the time. It's just amazing. And when you do destroy them both, you get a 5-second cooldown. You know, it's just such an amazing build. It's so much fun. I've never had as much fun in the Division as when I use this build. So do check it out. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe for future videos. But if you've not got this build, do try and get it, because it's so much fun. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.